He's already hovered the Gangplank, he's hovered the Jace. Both really great answers, and it's going to be the Jace is the decision in the end. One thing I will say about this composition from BLG, very heavily AD, with just a little bit of AP damage coming from Twisted Fate.
Yeah, way too much for my liking. I actually would have preferred to see the Camille come through, because what a lot of people don't realize and especially for Mikuya, who's been a little bit lackluster when it comes to engages. But
oh, flash in the mid lane, Tarzan making things happen. Flash from Icon, and he steals the flash from Zika. It's stylish and it's beautiful. Icon with first blood.
Okay, so it looks like LNG.
Good flash from Bew though. Mikuya can't really make it happen. Does have flash available?
Look at Tarzan.
Try. That could be it. Jumps in, gets the Nara into the wall. Doesn't quite finish it, but one more auto will do the trick. Mikuya with the solo kill.
In the counter matchup as well.
Now,
Mikuya.
Slammer Herald in the mid lane. Maybe we finally get some action.
Yeah, I mean, there you go, curtain call. This has been pretty strong from BLG prior. They will get the charge, won't actually get the tower though. I want D.
Okay, tower goes down. Now they engage. Onto Tarzan they go, and well, that's why you pick Rel, right? Knock up and take him down. Easy peasy. I was going to say he snuck away. He's not even trying to sneak away. He's going to try and clear the wave. I don't think he's aware that he's totally alone on this one. Blocks a lot, though. And Iwandi slides in on the side of the play. Like one stack away from getting that ultimate available. He's playing it safe as the rest of the team comes in the side of the fight. And LNG find it. In comes the man from the sky. Tarzan arrives on the scene and chases BLG away through their own jungle, denying the blast cone from Mark, staying on top of the horsey, who flashes over the wall, now aiming. Has to drop a trap to keep himself safe. Trouble bubble, though. That's going to be an easy kill for Icon. And LNG well and truly on top of the situation.
I play engage support. I hate Shannon. And now watching Iwandi and the beauty that he has on this Alistair and all these engage supports, this is amazing. He's actually set up the Baron here, but BLG are looking to contest.
I've got to interrupt you here, Dagda. Icon's in trouble. Oh, he jumped into the shot, but the shots are denied now as Icon just walks into the 1v1. Had a stop. What? Icon, what is going on right here? Zika locks a red card. This is the worst 1v1 I think I've ever seen. Icon just dips out into the jungle now as the rest of LNG get collapsed upon. Bew trying to make his way into the fray, but the boomerang slows everybody down and gives them an escape. That was not clean from anybody. Oh, Mikuya's about to turn mega though. 5,000 still on the Baron. Tarzan is here, has smite available. Meteor does as well, and he's one level up. In they go. Meganar knocks him through, and the 3-man knock up as well. BLG starting off, but taken down, and look at Light go with the double. He wants Meteor as well. One more tap would do the trick, but Meteor backs away, and suddenly the shoe is on the other foot. It's LNG on the Baron.
I don't even know if they're on feet anymore. With the amount of times the shoe's been moved, I'm pretty sure it's on an arm. But either way, LNG managed to take that team fight off of a gorgeous Nara ultimate from Mikuya, knocking 3 people into the wall, setting up Light beautifully for the Infernal Trigger, and that is the Baron for LNG.
Pretend that didn't happen.
Hey, to be fair, I'm more impressed he got out of that one. That one was looking a bit dicey. This is looking dicey, though, for Bew.
Bit of damage coming on through, but they don't quite finish it off. It was a good bubble onto Zika, but he was able to get behind the minion wave. And now, as we said,
and look, it's not it is. It's really, really good. And Iwandi.
And yeah, Zika dips over the wall, but Mark, unfortunately, is going to find himself alone, abandoned by the squad, and he may be made of armor, but it doesn't seem to matter that much at this point. Mikuya happy to tank the tower, as LNG will waltz this one home. I don't think there's really much of anything BLG can do to contest at this stage. If they want, LNG can go towards this Mountain Soul. They can certainly get the mid in here. You know, it's like when you're driving a manual car. You can engage it into a gear, but sometimes it doesn't actually, you know, it doesn't properly engage. And that's exactly what it looks like when the car stalls out.
Oh, God. Yeah, I mean, Bew is kind of the horrific noise you hear as he dies, as the car...
We take those, I guess. That's basically all of the positives I can throw out for BLG at this point in the game. Here we go, flash forward from Tarzan onto Zika. Now Mark goes into the backline. Good stunts across the team here. BLG don't have a lot of damage to work with. Tell you what Light does is he dashes into the middle of everyone, spinning around and taking names as he does it. Icon jumps on forward. Tarzan happy to block some shots. So's Iwandi. And another kill. Taken down Icon with his 6th of the game as the Nexus turrets will fall. And honestly, LNG have made this one look easy. BLG very much have to go back to the drawing board. This Tarzan, I thought he was actually going to go fully onto the fountain there. I thought he was just going to completely bully them. Just keeping them on the fountain. This is the quarantine zone right there. As they're not allowed to leave. That's going to be an easy game number 1 there for LNG.
Very, very easy. I mean, beautiful play coming through if you really wanted to, just to try and alleviate some of that pressure that we talked about with the dives happening in the bot lane. Maybe even go and play around Mikuya in the top side, but it looks like that isn't going to be the case. I would have actually, to be honest, I wasn't going to double down on it. I wanted the Galio. I think Galio works very, very well against Samira and makes her pretty... BLG will be able to pick up both scuttles. TP as well on bot side.
Yeah, Zika's going to use it on the bot lane because he knows that they've already got the Scuttle Crab looking for a play elsewhere. Instead, the minion wave protects Light, but not for long enough. Zika gets himself first blood.
Very quickly burn the summoner spells on Light. And it means that when Zika arrives, it's a sitting duck.
Oh, Bubu's in trouble. Stunned up. Nice flash stun from Mikuya. Tarzan should be able to chase this one down with his phase rush. And they're going to let Tarzan grab that, kill the shield.
Zika got that push in mid. He gets the deep ward in at the back of the wolves. And now he's able to move again to get the dive onto this bot lane.
Look at Light, though, clearing the wave, staying out of the Gangplank ult. Had to use a bit of a heal coming through as Eamon just jumps under the tower. I wonder he'll be the next one, and a double kill on the Samira. Gets out from under the tower, gets healed, and keeps himself alive. Zika has a bonus heal if he needs it. And now asleep. Comes through. Tarzan couldn't stop the wave, and he'll be taken down. Meteor with one. BLG is snowballing out of control. Mikuya wants to answer, though, on the other side of the map. Nars him back into the fray. There's the stun. One more boulder.
Light's already been put pretty far behind. He needs some help, which is what we're going to see here as Eamon starts to approach the tower.
Oh, Eamon, you've gone too deep. He thought they'd recalled, but he thought wrong. Will be finished off the Moonlight Vigil for a little bit of a style kill from Light. The best way, I just want to go back to the stupid jokes instead. I think the best way to describe the double sleep, it's like when you're a kid in like reception. Hang on, Mikuya's getting dived. Mikuya's getting 1v1. Bubu. Man, where was this all through the last game? Tarzan now trying to answer his Bubu's stuck under the wrong tower. You don't get to hide under this one. We're like, what are you buying time for? You're running out of minions, man. LNG, they've had a kind of warhorse or something along those lines. And they're staying awake. Light has to use the cleanse onto the Solar Flare. Swirl Seed goes through as Iwandi has been abandoned by the rest of the squad. Has to flash over the wall. Will survive for now. The Ignite ticket away. But actually, oh, damage onto Zika as he gets one onto Iwandi. Nicely done there.
Just a nice little cherry on top with Zika able to pick off Iwandi.
Thread in the needle there. Very nicely done. Iwandi goes in on the top side though. Bubu pulled in. Well, gone for this. Well, let's not get too ahead of ourselves. It's not actually built just yet, and he might not go for the Staff of Flowing Water. So we'll see. Bubu, once again, your time is up, my friend. This time it's Light on the plate. Doesn't quite get the kill, unfortunately.
Run! They got the hit.
Yeah,
they need to run.
They're committed to this tower. I don't know if they should have committed to this one. Iwandi has to be there. Solar Flare goes wide as Tarzan and Light do a lot of damage. And now a TP from Mikuya as well. They can turn this around. They can split up the side of BLG. But can they? Because Samira will do Samira things. Get a good amount of damage. But stunned against the wall. Nar will do Nar things, apparently. Indigo on the rest of the fight. Tarzan put to sleep like a toddler at nap time. And Meteor wants to finish everybody up. Their health bars are low. The dots are ticking. It's a double kill for Bambi as she chases down the dinosaur. Wants a little bit more on this one. They just want to guarantee that they can grab this Baron for themselves. LNG now trying to contest. Mikuya will be up in 10 seconds with the teleport. Icon using the Zonyas and a bit of a weird Solar Flare from Mark. Shockwave as Icon jumped into the team. And now Mark is the first one to go down. Icon's still surviving as Meteor forced out the backside of the fight. Aiming is low. Can they finish any of these kills though? Because Zika is going huge. Bubu with a double kill. And Mikuya, he's teleported into a fight that's already been lost. And Bubu is like, round 2, baby. I already beat you 1v1 once. I'll do it again. Mikuya, last man standing as BLG. They get their reward, which is that Baron.
And BLG will be so happy with that. Finding these team fights says maybe round 2.
Mikuya goes in. Maybe he can 1v1 Bubu. Maybe I was wrong, or maybe not. Because Zika arrives on the scene to help finish off. Light does have his 3 items now, so at least this Aphelios exists. If they can find the opportunity, this could be it. Indigo, Moonlight Vigil down. Can they finish the kill? Zika, low on HP. It's going to be 4 versus 4 at this point. It's Mikuya trying to keep the other top laner alive, but aiming, dashes in to finish off Icon. Light still going. No, he isn't. He's taken out of the play. He was one shot by BLG there. I think we were looking at the wrong carries this whole time because Gangplank is here and he's the captain of the game.
Yeah, it hadn't been looking so hot for BLG for a while, but suddenly, 7 kills, 3 items. GP would do alright in these fights, and BLG would take us towards game number 3.
Wow. Whoa, Zika. Chill out, man. He's got a family. Brutal. Well, that was a dominant win from BLG, and that's given me a little bit of hope for this squad, because after game number 1, I wasn't feeling so hot on BLG. Game number 2, they've got everything working.
Lilia here as well. You got the Renekton Gore Drinker. BLG's mid game is incredibly strong, and if they want to continue to play around these laners, they have got so many options here. Meteor can go towards this dive in the top lane at level 3. You got mixed damage, which makes it very difficult for the Ornn to try and survive. You can try and go on towards Icon in this mid lane if you really want to.
Into LNG right now, as the shield will be popped. Smite available for Tarzan. No smite for Meteor. So this should be LNG's Scuttle Crab, but here we go. Engage. Flayed back, and Mark not tanky enough just yet. Flashes out of the fray, but it's a kill going the way of Light. This is a huge start for LNG. Crescendo going forwards as well as they manage to get the fly back onto Meteor. This will be 2 kills. 1 for Tarzan, 1 for Light, and a phenomenal start for LNG. It's not what you want to see if you're BLG right now. Herald could go down towards the top side. Nice hook from Iwandi. Everything else can follow through here. What is the damage out of Moonlight Vigil? I did not expect that much to come through. I think there was an undertow in there as well. I think that's why it looked kind of crazy. But hey, we talked about Aphelios getting these tower plates. Well, how about a Tarzan to help wail on the turret and then a Rift Herald? Sounds pretty good to me.
This is gorgeous from LNG, and this is exactly what we saw from Light on these Tristana games, where he got uber fed. He was able to get a bunch of these turret plates and get rolling. BLG trying to make the opposite side play, though.
It's not really worked out for them. Tower has already gone down on the top side. They're going to be looking towards a tier 2, as Mikuya is just dealing with everyone, keeping them at arm's length.
Look at Iwandi!
Iwandi's here. The lantern comes through as the sleep lands, and they zip away from the play. Now tier 2 going down on the top side.
He's going to go for the dive here against Mikuya, but again, he's clearing out this wave pretty well. Still has flash available.
Yeah, he's alright for now. Ult comes on through, gets the knock up onto BLG, who's taking the tower. Mikuya manages to go 1 for 1. Everything is going wrong for BLG. Every move they make is answered. Mikuya, the king of the weak side.
And I love this, because now you can see LNG, they're just chasing down BLG's bot lane.
Oh, look at that from Icon, the Shurima shuffle, and in goes Tarzan, flailing his hammers around. He wants some kills, he wants some blood for himself. Now the Ocean Drake is theirs for the taking. As, I think Tarzan, yeah, that was weird. I couldn't see the buff because he was near the wall. It was kind of like, I could see his feet, but I couldn't see a buff. Anyway, aiming. He's going to have a ram charging at him here. Can't quite finish the tower, but they are just going to commit onto the fight, knock up the croc into the air, pull him back in, and tear him to shreds. Beautifully done. Gold Drinker ain't going to save you now, my friend. And well, LNG, why not just a front-to-back fight? They'd love to just deny the flank from Zika. It's not happening. Solar Flare comes on in. Iwandi goes sideways on the hook. BLG forced away. Double flank coming in from BLG. Maybe this is their fight. Drake still procced as BLG goes into the fray. Here we go. Everybody going in as Icon drops the wall though and keeps everyone out of this one. Aiming wants to get in on the side, but he doesn't have any damage, doesn't have any way in. Meteor chased away. Aiming just going to get 1v1'd by Icon. Zika chased out of the fight. And it felt like things could have worked for BLG, but they're just too far behind.
And it was a great play from LNG as well, because he knows that they've got enough damage, and the Hex Drinker as well for Light. Gonna need it now, though.
Here we go, the flank on towards Light as they try to start this fight for themselves. Well, Light's just gonna dish out as much as he can before he even goes down. And in fact, he's not even gonna go down. He's just gonna be able to chill throughout everything. BLG, like, waves against a brick wall. Just absolutely nothing they could do. And Light was still healthy towards the end of that frame.
With these casters hitting away, nobody can actually clear this wave. So the tower's just going to go down. LNG can look for an inhib as Mikuya. Wasn't sure if he'd overextended a little there, but it's going to be at very least 1 inhib. They've still got a minute to use before this Drake comes up.
I mean, look, you're 10,000 gold up. It's 12-1. You're the late game scaling team.
LNG have got it all. This is actually feeling very much like game number 1, where there's little that you can do here as BLG.
Honestly, all 3 games in the series have felt like someone gets ahead, and then it's like, all right, well, cool. Let's just watch for 20 minutes while they power stomp the other team into the floor. 12-1 on the scoreboard. This will be a second in here. Honestly, LNG, they can go back, grab that Infernal Soul. I wouldn't be too surprised if they just try and close this one out. They're so far ahead. Here we go. Solar Flare into the play. Mark is just eradicated. There's the knock up onto everyone, knock up onto everyone, knock up onto everyone. What can you even do as BLG? There's so much CC. There's so much damage. Light doesn't even care about the multi-kills. He doesn't care about padded stats. He cares about ending the game. He's onto the Nexus Towers. The minions have gone down. Aiming, getting chased under by Tarzan. And there goes Light to finish off the kill as well. Mikuya, busy blacksmithing, by the way. He's just, practicing his hobbies in the middle of the team fight. This is just a masterclass here from LNG. And BLG, there's nothing they can say about it. A 2-1 win for the side of LNG.
God, and look at Tarzan. Like, he's not even concerned. He's just offside, play around these dragons and get Tarzan ahead. Well, off that very first play where they fight over that scuttle, Tarzan gets off to a massive lead. Light as well, getting control of this bottom lane. And from that point...